11 was the Charlotte Hornets. They picked Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but he got traded to the Clippers. Is that how it went, right? That was a little confusing.
Yeah, they got traded to the Clippers for the number 12 pick, I believe.
And 2 second-rounders.
Which happened to be Miles Bridges. So the Hornets are going to get Miles Bridges, and the Clippers are going to get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But right now, Hornets, let's talk about them.
They need so much stuff on this team. I actually thought the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander pick was pretty solid. I would have rather had him at this point because he's a really, really good player, and he has really high upside for a team that needs to fill a lot of positions. But you end up with Miles Bridges. So I like Miles Bridges. I think I liked him more than a lot of people did. But I don't know, man. I'm not too sold on this. Like, they must have a lot of faith in the fact that him being like a high flyer and he can dunk, they must think he could be like a star. Like, honestly, they have to feel like that. Otherwise, I don't know why they would make this pick. I'm giving it a C.
Oh, man. This just reeks of Michael Jordan drafting. They hired a new general manager. I can't remember. I think it was Mitch Kupchak.
Mitch Kupchak, yeah.
Mitch Kupchak is just from the school of Jordan drafting, because this is what it feels like to me. They had a chance to get Michael Porter Jr., who I thought at this point, number 11, perfect fit.
How do you not take him?
He's a guy that could be your centerpiece for that team. He brings excitement to the Charlotte Hornets, which we haven't had since, I can't even remember the last good player that was from the Hornets. I mean, I love Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
I love Kemba Walker. I think he's a great player, but obviously he's going to be gone. If you knew he was going to be gone or you're going to trade him, why not just go for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? He's a point guard, 6'6", I believe, long wingspan. That's a great pickup. Or even Michael Porter, like I talked about, a great shooting big who can also, stretch the floor and score buckets. I mean, he's just one of those guys. Even if he's injured, I still think you take the risk.
But give him a year off.
But just Miles Bridges, I mean, it just reeks of Michael Jordan picking again, just awful general manager isms, rearing the Hornets' ugly head, and I just think they're going to be stuck in this purgatory until Michael Jordan sells the team.
Wait, so are you giving this a back-to-back F?
I'm giving this a D because I don't know if Miles Bridges could potentially become something.
Okay.
In terms of just being a solid role player. Maybe they trade him away to some team and he becomes a good role player.
Maybe.
But D for them. I just think they fell back into the trap that they've always been known. They never get out of their comfort zone. Never. They're just stuck in it.
I'm going to give this a C because I like Miles Bridges a lot, and I think he's going to be very fun to watch. So it's going to make me watch the team, at least for like a minute, I'll check it out. The Clippers, who ended up with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I like the pick. I like it. Why not? I mean, he's solid, and if you're getting him at 12, it's a good pick. I like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's going to be a really solid ball handling, scoring guard. He can do a lot and run your offense. And on a team that is in the process of like a semi-rebuild, he doesn't need to develop a lot. Like, he's already almost there. So just play it.
Yeah, I just think it was a good pickup for them. I think they are missing a lot of pieces. Obviously, DeAndre Jordan is probably going to decline his option. He's going to want to see if he can make more money. I just think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a point guard that you can build around. I know Jerry West was really trying hard to trade up to see if he can get a guy like that. But this was a good pick. I liked it. And I think they did a solid job. There's nothing else you can say. I think this is a B.
Yeah, B-. I give this a B too. For a team that needs a point guard, good pick. But then, Bernie, we get to the 13th pick. This is also the Clippers. They took Jerome Robinson from Boston College. This is a terrible pick in my opinion. He's another point guard. They reached for him quite a bit. Probably could have got him somewhere in the 20s. I absolutely despise when a team makes 2 picks in a row and they pick the same position. I don't think it ever works. I think it's just like, why, right? You could fill 2 needs on your team at once. And you could essentially just put the top 2 guys on your board, right? Whether or not they're the same position or not, skip that position and then go to the next guy. Take a different position. Why? Your team is kind of rebuilding. You need more than just a point guard. Jerome Robinson, you could have traded back to get him. There's just so many reasons why this pick isn't very good. I actually think this is an F to me. First of all, because I don't think this guy has that much upside, really. So why are you taking him 13th? And secondly, just like I said, you just picked a point guard who's better than he is.
Yeah, I just think this is also kind of a D to an F. I might lean towards a D minus because I'm grading on a curve like one of those substitute teachers. But when you got Michael Porter Jr. still on the board here at this pick, I think they wanted to get him as well. Yeah. And I talked about this in my videos about Michael Porter Jr. I know he wanted to be in a big market team, it looked like, or just in a contending team.
Yeah.
And to me, just not even getting Michael Porter Jr., whether he gives you the medical or not, you just draft him anyways and kind of force him to play. I mean, not really force him, but just convince him to play on your team. I just think Jerry West did a very bad job here getting that guy. A lot's not known about him, and like you said, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a lot better than him, so it makes no sense to pick him.
It's a bad pick. Let's move on. I don't have anything else to say for that garbage. Number 14, maybe the biggest winner of the draft, could be the Denver Nuggets get arguably somebody who could have been the first pick in this draft if he was healthy, Michael Porter Jr. He falls all the way to 14. I think this is clearly an A from both of us, right?
This is an A.
Like, it's not even an A by design for them. It's just a lucky A. Like, it's like when you just happen to know the answer because you watched Jeopardy the night before on your test and then you pass it. This is it. Michael Porter Jr. is by far the best player available at this point in the draft. It's not even close. Take him. And they got him. And now a really solid young Denver Nuggets squad just got a lot better and a lot scarier for the next few years.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Porter Jr. is one of those guys that I think is top 3 talent, obviously. He was projected to be the number 1, number 2 pick. I think there were a lot of rumors before the season started in the college basketball that it was going to be between him and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
And it ended up being between Luka Doncic and him because of the back injury. But you got to give the Denver Nuggets a lot of credit. They added someone who could really help their team. Is a lot better than, I believe it's Will Barton at that starting spot.
Yeah, who I like, but still, big improvement.
Big improvement. And whether he comes off the bench or he starts, he'll be definitely a spark off the bench or a spark on the team. Yeah. I just think the Denver Nuggets, like you said, rolled into a lucky A. And I think this was a big win for Michael Porter because I think the reports that I talked about are just kind of the theories. Is just that it was true. He wanted to go to a contending team or someone that was close and a big market. I mean, Colorado's not really a big market, but the first part was true. He wanted to go to a contending team.
Yeah, well, I still think Denver is a pretty solid place to go play.
It's a solid place to go, but it's not like the LAs in terms of New York, Miami, just those big cities.
I agree, and this is the point in the draft, the end of the lottery towards the beginning of the non-lottery first round, where you need to start looking for home runs. Like, you don't take a safe pick at 14 through 18. Like, that's where you take like a guy who could be really good. And they got the ultimate could be good guy in this draft. So he fits really well on the team too.
Yeah, just
alongside the guys that they already have, he doesn't mess with any of their positions.
And just thinking about it, he also could help Paul Millsap.
He really could.
As just a guy that's an aging veteran, but he can also play the 4 spot as well because he played there a little bit. But having a guy that can play 3 or 4, perfect. A.
Love it. A+ for me. Number 15, the Washington Wizards got Troy Brown Jr.
Weird.
I'm not a fan of this pick because I think there's better players, like specifically Lonnie Walker is available. And still at this point, Zaire Smith is available, who, we didn't say anything very nice about him in the 76ers, but he's going to be a solid player. He has the potential to be a very good player. Our complaints were just the fit of the team he went to. But I would still have taken him, even though he's more of a small forward. He could still play in that 2, big 2 area. But Lonnie Walker was still available.
Yeah.
I think there's no question that Lonnie Walker has a better potential, higher upside than Troy Brown Jr. Also, why are they taking shooting guards? Why are you taking guards?
Maybe that's a story. Maybe a trade might be happening, whether it's John Wall or Bradley Beal. Maybe Bradley Beal's the one that's moving. But like you said, Troy Brown Jr., just a weird fit on this team. Yeah. Doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of positions that they need to fill. Obviously, the big man from Texas A&M, Robinson, was available. They could have taken him. Obviously, there was attitude and work ethic issues with that guy. But I just think you take a risk on that. But maybe, having a coach, Scott Brooks, would
I mean,
he help him?
Yeah, hey, I don't say kind things about Scotty Brooks on this channel, but if there's one thing he's decent at, it's developing players. The question is just why would they make this pick? Troy Brown Jr. can't really shoot, so he can't play with John Wall, right? But then why are you going to play him with Bradley Beal too? Like, none of it makes sense to me. It's just a bad pick all around. Like, there was players they should have taken ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm going with a C- for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a C minus too, or just like a C. I don't know. He's gonna be all right. He's solid. He's still really young too. So we'll see.
It's a project.
We'll see what goes on with that. It really, like you said, it could spell the end of either the Bradley Beal saga or the John Wall era. We'll see what happens.
Stu, live,